Hi, Vanner family. It's time for another Q&A. Today's Q&A video is sponsored by Nomad Internet. The link is down below. Don't forget to use discount code CrystalVanner25. Today's Q&A is halfway through, actually a little more than halfway through with Angela H's questions. I think she sent me 10. We're going to do questions 7, 8, and 9 today. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a Q&A. One question I don't have a real answer for, and I wasn't even going to address it, but I'm going to just basically make it short and sweet, and that would be question number 8. So I'm going to read all the questions, and then I'm going to answer each one as quickly as I can. Angela H's questions are: how do you meet other like-minded people who are in the nomad lifestyle in a safe manner? I'm definitely not a scaredy cat, but I'm also not naive. Have you found it difficult to explain to family members, friends, or even male companions why you chose the van life? What is the approach you take? My family tells me that I'm a bit sarcastic, and I don't want to be, but I also am not willing to put aside my happiness at the same time. What tools/resources have you found the most useful when being a nomad? Example, using AAA, buying nomadic type memberships. Example, gym memberships, national park passes, gas station card memberships, campground memberships, etc. Reading campground or location reviews. Knowing the local rules of law before you travel to specific locations. Angela H. Thank you, Angela, for your long email with all your questions. I just want to tell everyone that I love those kind of emails. Now, granted, I'm not going to answer all your questions at one time, but it gives me a nice stockpile of questions to go through and answer on a weekly basis when I do these Q&As. So for your first question, meeting like-minded nomadic people, the best way I found, one, was through my YouTube channel. The second best way was attending an event for like-minded people, nomads. Another place to meet people that I know people have used this particular way is Bob Wells's cheaprvliving.com forum. They were able to meet people within their same state or relatively close by and do a couple of little local meetups with each other in public places like parks or working out at a Planet Fitness together or something before traveling together. They did that for a couple of months, like every other weekend. Then they would meet at campsites and camp together once they were comfortable locally. There are a lot of state parks, national parks in everyone's area right outside your backyard within a 2 to 3, sometimes 4 hours away. You can definitely do a weekend trip with 4 hours. 4 hours on a Friday, come back 4 hours on a Sunday afternoon, early evening. Easy to do weekend warrior type stuff if you meet someone that you hit it off with. So those would be my go-to ways for meeting other like-minded nomads. You can engage some of your favorite YouTubers and ask them if they're having any kind of meetups or if they would be receptive to meeting up with you if they're in an area close by. You know they're going to a close by area, or you already know that they're kind of in a close by area. Definitely, if you were to treat them to even a meal, they would definitely probably take you up on that, or a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, just to meet up with them and kind of pick their brain type thing. But yeah, I would say do meetups. Use YouTube resources, online resources, blogs, and stuff like that. Try cheaprvliving.com's forum. I know there is a forum specifically just for women, and I think they do a fairly good job of making sure only women are in that section, so you might feel better doing it that way. I would reach out to Bob Wells or Casey, his assistant, or Sue Ann, or whoever else is on his team. I would reach out to them to make sure, the vetting process for that section of the forum is definitely on par. And go from there. Events, I don't know if RTR is happening for 2021, with COVID and everything. But if it is, I'd say try and do that. I know if you're on the East Coast, trying to get all the way out to Arizona can be a lot. I think at one point they were going to start caravans back up, but they might not be doing. Again, COVID has messed a lot of stuff up for people. So check and see what's going on within the community. Right now is probably going to be a harder time to meet people because of everything that's going on in the whole country. So for your next question, letting family, friends, or male companions know about your alternative lifestyle. I don't worry about what others think about my lifestyle. Clearly, if they have an issue with it, then they're not for me. They're not even worth my energy, time, or anything like that. It hasn't been too big of a negative for me. Obviously, there are people who have their opinions about it. You can just look at my comments and find that out. But those closest to me who really care about me don't care. They don't care because they know that it makes me happy. And that should be the only concern for someone who supposedly cares about you, is your happiness. So I don't really gauge friendships on that as far as making new friends. It's probably one of the first few things they'll find out about me is that I'm a nomad. Unless I feel like there's a safety concern, which there shouldn't be if I trust you enough to try and be your friend or be in a relationship with you. But it's probably one of the very first things that you'll find out about me if we are trying to engage in either a friendship or a relationship. I really don't care how you respond to it, but how you respond to it makes me look at you in a positive light or a negative light. So it's up to you how much you divulge with people that you're interacting with. It's up to you how much you tell them, because you need to be safe. You don't want anyone new knowing too terribly much about your transient, nomadic, living in a vehicle lifestyle, because if you don't know them well, you don't need to give them all the details about how you do it and where you do it, because they could be cuckoo. So yeah, I hope that answers that question. I'm not going to sit in it too much, but I hope that answers that question. It's a lot of trusting your gut and common sense, really. And for your last question for this video, tools and resources available to nomads. So really, the only resource or whatever, I do have towing with my regular car insurance. I do have a Pilot/Flying J gas card. That's about it. I occasionally read reviews. If I'm going to specific campsites, I'll occasionally read reviews. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, especially before May of 2019, you guys know I do not do a lot of campsites. I do not do state parks. I think I did one once when I was with Mama Willow. Yeah, I just don't do a lot of those types of things. They may get done more in the future or not, but I just don't generally do a lot of those types of things. We were interested, Miss V and I, in getting the long-term visitor pass for camping at the BLM land spots. Don't know if we're still going to do that. So we'll see. I do strictly boondocking. Probably 95 to 97% of my camping is strictly boondocking. So I don't really deal with a lot of that campground and state park and national park stuff. I did find a park, Pocahontas State Park, I think it is, in Virginia. They have decent rates, and I did check out that campground. Nice campground. The pool's not open, and I think fishing was open, and a few other things. But with the pandemic, so many things have changed and just been tweaked. I was looking for some sort of state or national park nearby here that was year-round, in case I wanted to just do something else besides what I've been doing. I do have a Planet Fitness membership. It just started charging my account again because most of them were pretty much closed, and so they weren't charging us during the pandemic. I still am not comfortable going to enclosed spaces. I haven't been to any malls. I haven't been to the movies. I haven't done any shopping that's not necessary shopping. If and a big if, when I have to go to Walmart, I went to a Walmart recently, and I hadn't been into a Walmart in a while. I went with a friend, I think, one time. But other than that, I haven't really gone to Walmart like that on the regular basis. I usually go to the Food Lion, which is nearby where I am, and I go to the laundromat, which is nearby where I am. And those are pretty much all I do, like every other Monday. That's kind of been my go-to schedule. Food Lion, laundry, same day, get it done. So I don't know how I feel about continuing to pay for Planet Fitness if I'm probably not going to be using it. So I might just be canceling my Planet Fitness membership. I do love it. I've had it on and off since 2015. At different times I've canceled it. When I worked at the school, I got it this summer when I started living in a vehicle because school was, out of session. I got it that summer and to use. And then when I got back into school, end of August, beginning of September of 2015, I canceled my membership because I had access to showers at my middle school where I worked. So I had that for 2 years, the last 2 years that I worked there. Got my Planet Fitness again in 2017 when I hit the road full-time traveling. Had it pretty much all of 2017. I believe I had it all of 2018 and part of 2019. So May of 2019, I think I canceled it. Then I started working for Planet Fitness the winter of 2019, so I didn't need it. That membership is included in your job. And then I got it back again February of 2020 when I left the Planet Fitness job, and I've had it ever since. Haven't been using it much. I used it a whole lot when I worked there. I started a 5-day-a-week workout regimen, and even from let me see, then all the way through, everything closed at the end of March, I think it was, end of March, beginning of April. I used 5 days a week at the gym all the time. Obviously haven't used it since everything closed down. Don't think I'm going to go back anytime soon, especially not for the rest of the year. So I kind of feel like I shouldn't be paying that $23 whatever a month all the way through the end of the year. I just don't feel comfortable being in closed space with people's, breathing and mouthing. And when you work out, you breathe hard, you sometimes spittle or spit, and, I just don't want to chance it. So I know that was a really long answer for that question, but I am going to be canceling my Planet Fitness membership most definitely this month, if not next month. So thank you again, Angela H., for your questions. Thank you for your email that contained all 10 of those questions. I will get your last question answered here in a week or two. Please, if you have any questions, email me, crystal@crystalvanner.com. Put Q&A in the subject line so when I go back to do one of these videos, I can easily find your question. Thank you again for watching another video from start to finish, and look forward to Thursday's video, where I will reveal my travel plans and some big decisions that have been made and some that are being considered. I'll see you next time. This video was sponsored by Nomad Internet. Get a discount by using CrystalVanner 25, and a special thank you to all my channel partners.